The next thing we're going to cover is the leader in our annotate bar. I would say let's turn on the layer properties and uh, maybe make a new layer called PS hyphen leader. Okay, and I guess I could keep this as red as well and make that into the current layer so that I'm drawing on that layer. Okay. What the leader does is to um, identify parts or materials of your project. Okay, so if I want to call this material out as stucco or wood siding or what, I would probably use a leader and then point to this material and give you guys a description of the thing. Okay, so exactly like how we set up the text and the dimension, more like we set up the dimensions, we can set up the leader style um, so that it doesn't have to be this default pointy arrow thing, right? Okay, so this is perfectly fine to use, but in at least an architectural drawing, each of these points mean something. If it's an arrow, it might be pointing to an item on the wall or something. If it's a little dot, it might be pointing to a material or a surface. So there's few architectural standards in this, but generally in a design drawing, we would use it because it looks cool. Okay, so if we want to create a new one, a new leader style, we'll say, let's say leader hyphen dot. Okay, so we'll continue with that. We'll start off with the standard because we have that one, and we'll just use that as the basis of the thing. Okay, so first thing again, content. This M text, that means it's a multiple line text. If you run out of space while you're typing, it's gonna wrap, which is perfectly fine. Text style, the standard, okay, I guess that's fine too, unless we want to use our special font style that we created. Angle, text angle, we could keep that as horizontal. Okay. Color, we'll keep it by block. I always keep that by block. Text height, again, you can change this to whatever that you think you need for architectural design presentation stuff. 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch would be good. So let's use the 1/8 inch for now. Okay. Leader connection, horizontal attachment, that is fine. Vertical attachment, middle to top line, yeah. So this one with the gap space there, I guess that looks alright. Now the leader structure. Constraints, landing setting, that looks alright there. The more important part is the leader format, which we're going to generally keep it straight. Color is what it is. By block, line type, by block is fine, by block is fine, line weight by block is fine. That way when you change your line weight on your layer, it will show up as a thin line or a thick line, however you specify it. Okay, this arrowhead, this is where we, again, just like how we did the dimensions, you can select whatever style of this point. For this dot, since we said we're going to do the leader dot, if I select this dot, notice that it turns into a little circle, and then we could specify the dot size to I don't know, 1/16 of an inch for me. I think that might be fine, and that becomes a small dot. Okay, the leader break, I guess the break size is I don't know, that looks fine as well, so keep that as is and say okay. And then this will be your leader style for the leader dot. Again, you can create another style that says leader arrow or leader hollow or something like that, using another style of points to it to indicate other items on your drawings. Okay, so if I close this up I am going to say that this part is stucco. So if I say select the leader, make sure that you are in that leader dot style. If I select that, select somewhere in here, and then keep the ortho off, angle to wherever I think it's gonna be, and notice that I get, after I click on the next point, it's gonna ask me what is my text. So I can say stucco. So that is my stucco wall. Okay, so enter. Oh, this is, since it's a multi-text, I'm gonna have to close the text editor, and there I have my arrow pointing to this material saying that it is stucco. Okay, so once you're done with this, you can create another, you can move it around, right? Or you can even copy this stuff if you don't want to create another arrow, right? So if I copy this right down below, like so, and move this stuff up a little bit and over a little bit, I can change the arrow as indicated right there. I could, if I click on that leader, it gives me all these grips. I could take that grip and then maybe move it along my line near that NEA. It's not doing it. Oh, because I have the ortho snap on and the ortho lock on. So if I say near that line, I'm gonna go it lets me move it elsewhere. I guess it doesn't like me referencing itself or something for some reason. So I could change this, and then if I double click on the text, I can change the text to, let's say, glass. Okay. So if I set one up, I could copy it all over the place and then modify it if I don't want to keep doing this this type of specifying where everything go. Stucco. Oops. Close text editor, and there is my font, not font, my leader indicating my material there. Okay, so that is how I use the leaders.